Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I have a Mythic Plus tier list for tanks, where they stand right now. Maybe, I think we might even see them carry over to Season 2. But if you've been following the channel for a while, you know I absolutely love tanking. It's my favorite role. I played all tanks this season, but I've mainly played Prot Warrior, Blood DK, and Guardian Druid. I've got them all the plus 2,000 rating. My Prot Warrior around 2,500. So tanked around, 16, 17 to plus 20 keys with those guys. Absolutely love them. The other tanks for Vengeance, Brewmaster, and Prot Paladin, I've done around 12, 13, plus 12, plus 13 keys. Absolutely love all the tanks, though. I think they're all very viable still. You can push up to plus 20s. I think that we'll see that even next season going on. But yeah, I'm just going to let you guys know how they're standing. This is going to go range from anywhere from like plus 0 to plus 20 keys and where I think they are right now. But yeah, let's just get into it. Let me know what tank you guys are playing or what you're planning on playing for Season 2. I am so stoked, it's not even funny. Let's jump right into this. Alright, let's start off with the strong one here. Let's go Prot Paladin. Obviously, Prot Paladin is gods here. They're insane. Like I said, everybody's playing them. They're in a really good spot right now. They just offer so much, carry potential, mass AoE silence, magical damage reduction. You have a ton of utility. Your off healing is absolutely crazy right now. I think they're actually going to nerf that. They have to, if they haven't already by the time this is done recording. But seriously, Prot Paladin's in a great spot. They're the best tank on here, and that's saying Prot Warrior is still insane, but man, they're just on a whole nother level. God's here for sure. Best tank, and I think we'll see that carry over to Season 2. Next up, I'm going to do a Prot Warrior. I played a ton of Prot Warrior. Absolutely loved them. They're in a blast. And honestly, they would be S tier if Prot Paladin just deserves a tier of its own at this moment. But I think we'll see that change, obviously, because I think they're going to nerf the off-healing there for Prot Paladin. But Prot Warrior is great. You got battle stance, defensive stance. You can alternate between those, both those. You got decent self-healing. Survivability is absolutely crazy. Your block chance is still wild. You have, spell block, spell reflection for magical damage, dealing with that. You have mass AoE taunt, you got, CC's up your ass. You got a single target CC with Stormbolt. You intimidating shout. You've got Shockwave. There's just so much that you bring to the table here. There's still a fantastic tank, and I think they're gonna carry. This is gonna carry over to Season 2. I think we'll even see both of these tanks shine again for Season 2. I'm pumped for them like crazy. Let's go next up. Let's do Brewmaster Monk. Brewmaster Monk's in a great spot. Honestly, I think the only thing that separates them from these two, it isn't their damage, it isn't their utility, it's their survivability. I think it's just not the same level of these two tanks, but their damage is crazy. Their utility is wild. You got Paralysis, Leg Sweep, Ring of Peace. You have so much control over tanking mobs, moving past stuff. Court of Stars specifically, it makes me think of that a lot. But this tank is just a really good spot, man. If you've been wanting to pick this up and waiting for time for them to be really viable, this is it. They're in a good spot. Even if you look on the top tanks completed right now, I think of the top 30 keys completed, two of them are Brewmaster tanks. So even with Prot Paladin being so good and Prot Warrior, okay, that's how good Brewmaster is. They're just in a good spot. And I think one of them is Equinox. I don't know the other one, but man, play this tank. It's a blast, in a great spot. And I think we'll see that carry over to Season 2. Next one, I'm gonna put Vengeance Demon Hunter. I think Vengeance Demon Hunter is in a really good spot actually, and like I said, you can push all these tanks to plus 20 keys. But I just don't think it's the same as Prot Paladin and these other ones. Just doesn't bring the same profile for them. But you have a lot of mobility, great magical damage reduction. You have a ton of leech survivability for that. Honestly, they're a blast. You have a mass silence, which is really helpful. Especially, you can do some crazy pulls with this tank. Honestly, kind of reminds me of Prot Paladin. But with a similar profile of Brewmaster Monk with their utility and mobility, but they're in a really good spot. I think we'll actually see them rise up to A in Season 2 with their tier set, but we'll see. Blood DK is right there with them. Honestly, I think you could switch. They're very similar right now. I played Blood DK a ton, absolutely love them. Great beginner tank. I think there's a high skill ceiling for them, but man, if you're just not sure what to do, or you don't know all the mechanics, this is a really good tank because you can self-heal basically through anything. You usually have more healing than the healer by the end of the dungeon. It's just crazy. You keep your bone shields up. You have AMS for magical damage, and then you Death Strike to heal yourself. That's really it. It does pretty good damage too. Single target falls off for sure, and I think Vengeance does more damage overall. But I think they're in a really good spot. Great solo tank, especially for pugs. Probably one of the best pug tanks if it wasn't for and maybe these two, both of these, but especially Prot Paladin right now. But Blood Decay, great spot. I love where they're at. Guardian, man, Guardian Druid. I played a lot of them, man. I did like 30, 40 keys. I'll push the KSM really quickly. Both of these, I think this was my first KSM right after the bat of the season. Then I pushed the Guardian Druid next. Really loved Guardian Druid. It's still a blast. I think they have great utility, decent survivability. They're okay. But except when it comes to magical damage, they need some help there. I don't think they're as bad as this is Sin Help, because if you look at the top 50, top 100 keys completed, man, there's still like a couple Druids up there. But they're, on average, their rating is a lot lower. And even if you're just pushing up to plus 20 keys, like what we're talking about, you'll just notice, man, there's some magical damage that you just can't, you know it's coming, and you just see your health just get chunked. I mean, and there's nothing you can do really. But against physical damage, you're a freaking monster. It's insane. It's so much fun. Spamming Iron Fur, that build is a blast. I did that a ton. You're doing incredible damage by just spamming that shit, keeping your armor up. You're so tanky against physical damage, it's kind of crazy. But I just don't think you bring the magic damage, you know? Like, that's a big difference, you know? Off healing for your group isn't even the same. You have a couple CCs there, but not to the same level of Prot Paladin or Brewmaster Monk or Prot Warrior. I just think they need a little bit of help. Honestly, if they buff some magical damage, like how they take magical damage, I think they'll be in a really good spot. I think they'll be right up here with these two tanks. But yeah, I think this is gonna carry over to Season 2. I actually think that we'll see Vengeance Demon Hunter rise up a little bit more too. I think it's going to be up there with these other tanks, especially the tier set from what I've seen. Blood DK, I think, is in a very similar spot, and I think they're going to buff something with the Guardian Druid. They have to. There's just no way. So I think we'll see this. I think we'll see this probably next season carry over. This is my prediction, I would say, but I'll probably make a tier list for that after I see some more changes. Actually, so if we're doing just a quick prediction for next season, I think it's going to be this. I think Prot Paladin is going to get their off healing nerfed a little bit. And the Prot Warrior is just going to be the same freaking beast it's at. Same with the Brewmaster Monk. Vengeance Demon Hunter is going to do some crazy shit. Blood Decay has been sitting in a good spot this whole time. It's going to sit there. It's still in a really good spot. Great pug tank. And then Guardian Druid, I think they're going to do some of the magical damage, but they do incredible damage so far for next season. But yeah, that's where I think I stand for these right now. Let's see. So we got, I think this is the final ranking though. We got Prot Paladin, just absolutely insane. Prot Warrior is still fantastic tank. I think it's ahead of Brewmaster, but Brewmaster's in a good spot too. Vengeance Demon Hunter, Blood Decay, Guardian Druid. All of them are a blast. If you like any of these tanks, you can play them all right now, and I think that's going to carry over Season 2. This is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what tanks you guys have been playing and what you plan on playing for next season. I'm so pumped for this. I'm probably going to be playing, well, Prot Paladin. Probably Prot Warrior again, but I actually think I'm going to do some Vengeance Demon Hunter. I think I've been craving to play them, and I like Havoc as well right now with the more depth they've added. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm looking at. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.